There are certain things that I feel like you should not be ashamed of in life. And one of it is like being alone. You know what I mean? Like I've come to realize that there is some kind of shame attached to being alone. There are people who are single, and especially for women who are single but they cannot really proudly say they're single. It's like they might fear to be met with this kind of shame, or like, why are you single, or stuff like that. And it's like, do you actually realize that the happiest people in relationships are those who were able to exist on their own? There is something very, very like sweet about the fact that you know that, like, you're not completely dependent on anybody about anything. There is something very, very interesting about the fact that you know that you enjoy your own company. There is something very, very sweet about knowing that you've existed alone, and like you are happy in your own self. There are so many people in this life who their happiness, their existence, everything about them depends on another human being. And those are the kind of people who cannot really exist alone. It's like, even if they break up with someone this minute, the next minute they are jumping on the next relationship. You think it's funny, you think it's fun, but to them they are dealing with something. Like, they can't really really just be there alone for a while. Like, they can't do it. Why there are some people who, when they break up with anybody, they need time for them to heal, process some stuff before you even see them get into any next thing. They need time to themselves. Like, they need time to themselves to even be with themselves. Do you get the point? So I don't see any reason why anyone should be single shamed. Like, I feel like y'all are doing too much. Like, y'all shame people about anything. It's like, some people are even scared to say they're single, because if they say they're single, there's someone somewhere who's gonna start trying to shame. And it's like, yo, I feel like the best relationships are people who were able to exist on their own alone, and then they come together to make life sweeter for each other. It's like an addition, and not something you depend on for the rest of your life, like a life support. Being with someone is not a life support. It's not the air you breathe. Like, it's not as if to say you take this person and you seize air, like the air is gone, you're gonna you're gonna die or something, you know? So it's good for you to actually take your time and understand yourself. You have to be able to, like, just really, sometimes it's just good for you to just sit alone and just be alone and get to even know yourself better. And don't allow anybody to shame you into believing that there is something wrong with being single, because there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? And actually, if you look at it properly, the kind of relationships where people are kind of completely dependent on each other, if you watch closely, you know that they are the ones that have problem most of the time. Because when you start from the beginning, it's usually very fun. Like, it's like, okay, you can't live without each other, like 247, you're with each other. But yeah, it's fun, that's cool. But on the long run, things could start going south. So if you compare those kind of relationships and the kind of relationships where people really really do not really like, it's like, these people are just enjoying themselves. Like, they're really really happy with themselves individually. They have enjoyed their company individually, and them coming together is like they still know how to, like, um partner properly to just have a smooth life. You can't even compare, like, the relationships where people love on themselves individually. Like, it thrives more, if you ask me. I feel like it thrives more. So why I'm making this video is like, don't let anybody shame you. Don't let anybody shame you. And if you're single and you're not ready to get into anything serious at the moment, you better own it. You better own it, because you're gonna, like, it's gonna be on you at the end of the day if the only reason why you're jumping into one relationship from the other is just because people, you don't want to be shamed or single shamed. It will be a shame on you that the only reason why you're jumping from one relationship to the other is only because you don't want people to talk and say, oh, she's single, or you've been single for a long time, or something like that. You have to make sure you're doing these stuff because you really want to do them. okay, and because you found the right person, because that's all that matters, like finding the right person for you.